Hi guys, welcome back to the Transfer Rumour Show, episode 2 from the Premier League. We've got 4 possible rumour transfers here today, and first up we will show Rob Holding to Sheffield United. Now, Rob Holding, obviously he's been with Arsenal for since he was 19, now he's 27. So, what's that, 7 years? 8 years. Long time with Arsenal. He's been a good servant to the squad, as you can see, with some big defensive scores here. Saved up a line, gets City and a goal. Was it a last man tackle? I believe it is. Let's jump into that. Last man tackle there. He's been pretty good. But the way Arsenal are progressing forward, he will not suit our style of play. As you can see, he's been in and out of squad the last few years. But when he does play in certain games, he does a great job. And a lot of his stuff is tackles, I believe, if I'm right. Tackle one. But he tends to get fouls and cards in the way we play. Now, I think he literally would be a great transfer to Sheffield United. Now, Sheffield United are known when they were up the year before, I believe, and went down, then come back up. They have a defensive squad, very strong defensive back. They may play with a 5. I'm not sure. I haven't really watched them play. But in the Premier League, some teams that come up, they want to have a strong back 4. Now, if he played in a 5 back, he might be very much like Harry Maguire, where he wouldn't be exposed because he's covered by other centre backs. He's not that fast, but he's good. I think he's pretty good with aerial duels. He's pretty good with he's played with for Europa. He's just good defensively. He's got a double there. So he'd won 3 tackles. He'd won duels. Won a lot of duels that game. And interception. 1 interception. He could score pretty well, which means he may do well in the Premier League. Obviously, he's Premier League experience. Would he help Sheffield United? Possibly, yes. And I think we're looking at 10 million for him, but that's irrelevant. I think he would have a consistent, if he got in the Sheffield United squad, I think he'd have at least around the 50-60 score on average. Not, I don't think he'd be in and out of the squad as much as he is with Arsenal currently. So Rob Holding, currently his price is at £2.19 for his limited. Again, he'd be getting some decent scores, and if you did buy him to play in So Rare, he'd be a good 240, cap 240 card, I think. Especially, his L5 15 is going to drop a lot. But in an FPL or just in footballing sense, I think he'd be a decent player for Sheffield United. Next up, we have the departure of Kieran Tierney from Arsenal to Newcastle United. Kieran Tierney to Newcastle, would it be a good transfer? We'll have a look. So we'll jump into his scores, and over the last year, he hasn't played much. He's not really been in Teta's plans. I believe he came in when Emery was managing Arsenal, and he started playing pretty much every game. Forgot who our last left back was. Came from Celtic, injured with a hernia injury, and he's had some decent scores. But to go to Newcastle, I think he'd be great. Obviously, completely different to Dan Burn. Dan Burn's very tall. Tierney's fast. You've got Trippier one side and Tierney the other side. He's 25, still very young. And what would benefit them is he can pass, cross in a really nice, ball. And they've got tall strikers with Wilson and Isak, where Arsenal don't. So he would definitely it just suit Newcastle better than it would currently Arsenal. We can check his average over all time over 81 games is 45.8. It is pointless looking at that because it's like a lot of DMPs. But his current price unlimited is £13.70. He has been going for £6.49. I don't know if that's what's going up. So maybe it's because of the transfer to Newcastle. Again, I think his scores are definitely going to go up if that transfer goes through. It looks more likely. We're just not playing him. Like his last game, he didn't even start. He came on for 27 minutes. yeah, think that would be a great transfer for Kieran Tierney to Newcastle. Next up is Harry Kane to Manchester United. So a transfer has been going on for the last year, 2 years, been rumoured to go to Man United. Harry Kane to United, he's still 29, this guy. Oh, look at his last 15. He just scores. He scored 12 goals in the last 15 games and 1 assist in a team that's just been awful. Look how many times they've lost this season. Just put it on Tottenham only. Forget the England. 10 in 15 games. Yeah, fair play to him. Again, in a team that's struggling, I think Harry Kane to Man United would just finish, would push them to the next level. As an Arsenal fan, I would take him, but that's very controversial because of, Spurs hate Arsenal, Arsenal hate Spurs, but we need someone like him up top, someone who can hold the ball up and who can score. But this is to Man United. Again, I think this would be a great transfer for him. Would he do it? I'm not sure. Really not sure. I think he's so loyal to Tottenham, but the way they're going currently, they may not even hit any Europe competition. So he'd have to think about his career. I thought he'd go to Bayern last year when Lewy went, but that's that. Again, let's go for his all-time. You can just see there's so many dark greens, not many yellows, or not even many oranges. It's a lot of greens. Harry Kane's so consistent. And again, he's 29. Still got his 5 or 6 years left. Limited, there's none at floor price currently. I think they're all being used, but he's been going for around £82. Yeah, just staying at that price, really. I think that would be a great transfer to Man United if they can pull that one off. And the next one, we have Manuel Ugarte from Sporting Lisbon to Liverpool. Ugarte is 22, and another one rumoured to go to Liverpool's midfield. Now, I don't think they'd get him and McAllister unless they're a real big overhaul, but he's such a solid midfielder. Only from the experience that Arsenal played against him, he hasn't had a good score in that game, but he was so vicious in those challenges. 4 fouls and he had a red card. Didn't have a yellow, straight red. But AA 27, he has AA for days, this guy. And I think he's all tackling AA. Maybe possession based. Yeah, it's not really attacking. So as a holding mid, I think he's pretty decent. They're really strong. And a proper Uruguayan. He's a hothead, but you need one of them in your squad. Just someone push it forward. I think this transfer, if this goes through again, if they go through, would suit the team. Obviously, Liverpool need a midfielder, regardless if it's him or McAllister. I think he would do well. He's been going for £43 in the limited. He's decreasing because maybe he's rumoured away. But I don't see moving to Liverpool as a downgrade. All these, I just think he's an upgrade for Liverpool. They had Palhinha, Sporting Lisbon last year, and he went to Fulham. And he's just been doing great. They have a great scouting network. But Ugarte to Liverpool, another winner. I think all these I've picked up today, if they do happen, Kane, Holding, Ugarte and Tierney, if they move on, and you pick them up now cheap before they move on, you could either sell for profit or you could benefit from the upside on the score. Remember, everything I have said today is not financial advice, just my opinion. And my opinion is not always right, but hey, thank you for watching. My name's Bithorse. This was the Transfer Rumour Show episode 2. Comment below if you think these transfers will happen. Drop a like and subscribe for more videos coming soon. Thank you very much. Ciao.